My name is Rainer Lotz. I'm the EMEA president of Renishaw. Renishaw, as a leading manufacturer for industrial metrology, we help customers to be more productive, to be more efficient. And as a result, if you have cost savings, material savings, resource savings, you increase your competitiveness, but also, of course, you become more sustainable as an organization. Here, we are at Formnext, which is the largest show for additive manufacturing, and we show here our solutions around additive manufacturing also to feed into that target, that to become more productive and more competitive and more sustainable. We have to look a bit in general at the additive technology. In the old days, it was more a bit of a hype. Everybody wanted to print everything, and it was very important to find a new direction. The new direction means what and where is the place for additive manufacturing in a big factory. And you obviously, many have subtractive technologies. This is additive, and there are advantages and disadvantages. So important is really you choose the right part for this technology, and then also you choose the right material for that technology, and then you can have a lot of savings in time to market of a product. You can have a lot of savings in terms of material and resources, and you can have added functionality which you cannot produce otherwise, which also can reduce the carbon footprint in the use of the product of our customers. The starting point is really obviously, what do I offer to my customers? And therefore I look at my products. And then obviously we also can give some consultancy to look at the products and identify the potential for additive manufacturing. Is it added value or no? And you have to be very strict on this decision, not to use a technology for a product where you not have a visible, measurable added value. So first you identify the product. Important is that you have a highly productive additive manufacturing system. And what we're doing here, we said, okay, what is efficiency meaning to a system like this? The first thing for us was we want to stay in a relatively small footprint. We don't want to fill a factory where there are so many other technologies and processes required with our systems. We want to stay very compact. But in this, we want to have a real high performance on a defined powder bed, 4 lasers, complete flexibility in controlling these lasers. And then also, while putting material on, we can melt anytime. So we don't lose time in the process, which makes us 4 or 5 times faster than most others. And we at this show, we have, for instance, a very interesting price performance system to offer, which is a 2 laser system. But it's quite interesting because the 2 laser system, the way we control the lasers, is actually 3 times as fast as a 1 laser system. So it's not double, it's 3 times as fast. And this productivity is very important to become sustainable, cost per part, you're competitive, and this makes you offer a good product again to your customers. As I said, the productivity, the cost effectiveness, obviously part quality, no compromise on part quality is very important. And with one customer, he had a bright idea how to make much better hydraulic valves. To make his design ready for manufacturing, he needed the additive technology. And so he could redesign it completely. And he was reaching a hydraulic valve which is lighter. So he's also using less material. The valve is much higher in its performance, and it's much cheaper. So you're winning on all fronts with it, and this makes it a much better and more sustainable product for his customers, manufactured in a very sustainable way with our cost-effective AM systems. There are other examples also when we look at it, because with our compact system, where we look, it's all about cost effectiveness and productivity. We have an example from automotive here, and there is the saving. It's 70% more productive, the system on that. Then we have another example, for instance, when we take a medical product, which is a TBR tray, there we have 50% higher productivity. And this is all measurable advantages again, which makes our customers in their factory always the same, more productive it makes them more sustainable, and it increases their competitiveness in the wider market for their own products. I think it's very important to be a member of a wider group at the end of the day, because in this group it's very important to exchange ideas, to exchange best practice is very important, to learn from each other, because we all know we have to move faster in terms of sustainability, and therefore the exchange is very important, to learn from each other, and to really not only talk, to make it happen at the end of the day on the shop floor. And we're not only talking carbon footprint, which is obviously very important. There are other questions of sustainability. How do we deal with our workforce? You know, is it a sustainable organization for people to have a long life on the shop floor, and a good life and a productive life? And then, of course, it has to be from the scale of economics. It has to be all right. We can make everything perfect and beautiful. If everybody's bankrupt after, this will disappear again. So the scales of economics is important. And there you can learn a lot from each other to improve this as fast as possible, and to make the learning curve not only quick but also affordable. And then we get together results where sustainability becomes not only visible, becomes truly measurable. We get a platform here where we exactly can have this exchange with each other and benefit from each other. It's hard if you have to organize it amongst yourselves. You know, companies, we're all very busy in our daily job, and then it's important that somebody can offer us a platform for this exchange and come together, and where we all relatively easy can agree goals we want to reach together. And this is how we can really generate extra value around sustainability. As an engineer, I would say the perfect factory always has a wide combination of technologies. You use the technology which is the right choice for the right added value in your factory. And there is a well-defined place for additive manufacturing in most of the factories, where you obviously can handle resources more careful, you lose less material, and you have less scrap at the end of the day, and you can make more ergonomic designs, which also gives us a product which can reduce carbon footprint, like we learned with the hydraulic valve. And therefore, additive manufacturing has its place, and we should search where the added value helps to make a factory a more sustainable factory.
We want to share a huge thank you with AMGTA and its members for taking part in these conversations. You can watch the series at mansus.co.